Off we go from Denver. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Throwing first play is Herbert. This is swung out to Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now it's Herbert. He's got a man complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Herbert throwing again. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. 4 consecutive passes to begin this opening drive, and you can't argue with the results. They've already driven it into the red zone and a fresh set of downs here to play with.
Which means there's a lot of trust by the play caller, the quarterback, the receivers, you name it. Everyone locked in, everyone doing their job. I continue to go in that direction because right now they get defense back on their heels.
Herbert drops it underneath to Spiller. Touchdown, Chargers! Isaiah Spiller, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Isaiah Spiller. Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Well, 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 20-yard line. Now Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And now, Charles, they're working with a short field, a chance to make this a 2-score game, and these guys haven't even worked into a lather yet here in the first quarter.
Yeah, how about that? You score, you take it away.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Washington now brings this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first two drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. They're going on fourth down. It's Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They go with Murray again, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They never went crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
It's complete to Williams. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Going up top, and this one is incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
He'll drop this down to Williams, and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. Here's Wilson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Wilson on the keeper, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Russell Wilson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Broncos go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield. And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Herbert now. Going back to Allen, he's got him again. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards remain on second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 50, here's Herbert. Caught by Allen. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Herbert's throw taken in by Palmer. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for the... You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Washington now brings this out. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter play. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. But to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Out to his left, and he'll just get rid of it.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
On second down, Williams. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throw left side complete. That's Sutton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing is Wilson. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he will have a Broncos first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson on the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. They don't get it all back there, but they do get 8. And it sets up a 3rd and 15. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit. Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there for L.A. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Welcome back now to Denver. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the fourth quarter. Running on first down, Eckler. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare completion for him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. Touchdown! Austin Eckler. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers will add to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And Austin Eckler capped it off with the touchdown reception. Washington now brings this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now Wilson on first down. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. It's a room to maneuver. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one good for 33 and a first. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Here's the sneak with Wilson, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. Wilson going to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. Here in the fourth quarter, defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts to realize opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. It's Eckler again. Gets past one man. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Up the middle with Eckler. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. Nifty move. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Only a 1-yard gain.